welcome to another stream. Whoop whoop. Today I am working on Joan, and I hope that whoever can make it is happy to be here and feeling well. And if you're not feeling well, I am so sorry for you, and I hope you feel better soon, for sure. But this is a stream for whoever can make it. All are welcome. If you can handle that. There's tape there, so hopefully no one's going to be offended. All right, so I am working with a combination of Copic marker and colored pencil. And the reason why I'm doing both is because I don't know, I wanted her skin to have a little bit more pink to it, so as such, I'm kind of using everything. Mike, hello, welcome to the stream today. Hello, Chaos. Fusagi Rose, welcome. Yeah. They are some large boobs. Good afternoon or good evening, man. Hodor, Hanusol, welcome everyone. I hope that you have had a good day so far. Good afternoon, Philip. Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm so glad that you could make it. And today, yay, thank you, Mike. Today I am working on doing the colors for this one. As you guys can see, I started without you a little bit. The reason why is because I wanted to have this colored so that I could put the stickies on top. So I always start with the face for coloring. It kind of helps me set the tone of the entire piece. I don't think that is necessarily recommended to do, but I do it. So, you know, do as I say and not as I do. And so because I wanted to set the color tone for here, I start with the face, and then I wanted these colored before going live. Hence, they are done. Jason, hello. My day has been excellent. Thank you. Got some work done. Dan and I went this morning and did our weekly shopping for, because we just made it. We just ran out of milk. So we went and did that. Jeff, hello. I got your text. I'm so sorry about the delay. I will get back to you. I hope everyone is having a good day. I missed you guys. It's been like, what, 2 days since my last stream. I'm going to go back this week and from here on out to my regular schedule, except that's a lie. On Saturday, I'm going to swap Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, we are going to do a Twitch party. Whoop, whoop. The Divinica books arrived at the warehouse, and we're getting some prints made, and we're going to do a Twitch party with sketches and the whole nine. Hello, Fox. Hey, Kara. Adam. Nice to see everyone. Only one person. Yeah. We decided to go together so that we could get it done a bit faster. And that worked out awesome. Also, so I could get out of the house. You know, walking around in Superstore was great. And also, not to sound like I'm 7, but Saturday is my birthday, and so I wanted to go shop for birthday dinner. Thank you so much, man. JG Art, hi, welcome. Caro Horizon, hello and welcome to the stream. Thanks, you guys. So, for my birthday, I want hot dogs. We're gonna have hot dogs and chips. And Dad's like, damn, you're a cheap date. Hello, Chris. Thank you, Matt. Jellyface, hello and welcome to the stream. Hot dogs, chips, and ice cream, actually. I'm an ice cream girl, not a cake girl. Yes, Chips in the hot dogs buns for sure. I already have my pickle relish, which I'm the only person in the house that likes it, but I eat it. And yes, we got all dressed chips and sour cream and onion. And we have the like extra dark chocolate ice cream. It's just your typical ice cream, no fancy brand. And then we got the loads of cookie dough. So yes, we are going to have lots of yummy food. And I know I started this stream with food, but there was a reason. Oh wow, that's awesome, Jeff. I'll let people know. Thank you, David. And welcome to the stream. You're having Krispy Kreme donuts. Nice. No oatmeal raisin cookies. I know, it's sad. All right, so I will read off the numbers of what colors I am using, but just to refresh for everybody who just joined in, welcome to the stream. For the skin tone this time, I'm doing a mixture. I'm using Copic marker and colored pencil. I want some more tones in her skin that I can get with Copic only. And it's not that I don't have enough Copic for it. It's just it looks a little richer sometimes. And then this is a new purchase. It's a blender. So the one thing I don't always like about colored pencil is that when you, after you color with it, it can kind of look a little grainy. And so this just kind of smooths everything out and makes it all nicely blended and smooth, because that is the one thing that I just cannot abide in any, any medium that I'm using. The skin must be smooth and looking like skin. My goal is always almost digital smooth. So that is the one thing on here that I just purchased. Everything else I've had for a long time and have showed you guys, but I don't think I've used this before on Twitch. So the entire thing is kind of like a wax something or other. I really don't know what it is. This is called the Full Blender Bright. So you can put it over any color, and the whole thing, it kind of feels a little bit like candle wax, and you know, I can like scrape it with my nail. So I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it works great. So happiness. I really like it. When I went and saw these at the art store, I bought 2 just for shits and giggles. No chunky skin, that's right. Oh, Aftermac, Justin, Mighty Geek Studios, and Rob, hello, welcome to the stream. Magic waxy smoothie, exactly. You want to introduce me to the 190-pound absolutely ridiculous burger. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, Kara. Yay. Shirley, thank you. All right. So I've actually added 2 new colors into my Copic marker skin tone repertoire for this girl. I'm not saying that I use them all the time. This is a new thing I'm trying out. And it's E50 and E51. They do make her skin quite a bit more into the yellow range. But for some reason it feels a little bit more lifelike. So I'm using those. Yes, I made a boob size joke. I hope people got it. I posted it on Instagram and Facebook, Justin. Oh, thank you, Mighty Geek. All right. So I am, as always, I have my dab pad here because I just refilled the E50 that I'm using. All right, so this part is complete, so I'm just going to continue working on down the body. I don't have that much more skin that I need to do because here is stockings. I haven't really fully decided on everything that I'm gonna be doing on her outfit. So, you know, we're gonna be winging it. But the next thing to do is her stomach, and so that's always the tricky part, is getting the stomach to look nice. I don't know why, but I find the whole stomach part is exceptionally complicated, probably because honestly on her whole body, especially with a lot of comic book characters, the stomach is the one big chunk of skin that is bare. Most of the rest is broken up by, you know, something else. Or you can kind of break up the boobs by working on them in some way in portions, but not the stomach. So it's a really big area of skin to cover with a Copic marker, and somehow hope and cross your fingers that it's gonna like look even, which is not always the easiest. But I'm gonna just keep going over it with this same E50. It's very, very light, but you know, the more color you put down, the more saturation there is in that one area. So that's why I'm using the same marker over and over. I've got the light coming a little bit from our right-hand side. All right, and I am going to look up as much as I possibly can, but then also I hope you guys can understand that Copic marker dries incredibly fast. For anybody that's new on the stream, Copic marker is like the main ingredient in Copic marker is alcohol. And as you know, alcohol, especially rubbing alcohol and things like that, dry incredibly quickly. And the key to not getting streaky skin or streaky areas with Copic marker is to keep it wet and work with all of the blending all in one shot. All right, I'm moving up to E51 now. And these definitely have a lot more of a golden yellow tone to them, which is just my personal preference. I'm not saying in any way that I'm right or that you should agree with me. Like, not at all. Make your own decision on this one. But my personal opinion is that the Copic skin tone set that they sell, that's like a pre-made skin tones, I personally don't care for it. And I have told Copic this face to face. So they are aware. I'm not bitching behind their backs. They are aware and probably really don't care whether I like it or not. But I'm not a huge fan of their skin tone set. To me, it's too salmon pink, which I don't think that many people, aside from like me, who's just incredibly pink, has. So as such, I don't like to use it very often, and I stick more to my own setup of skin tones. So right now I'm using E41. Now this E41 is a lot grayer than the other two colors that I was just using. But I'm going to be going in with colored pencil on top of this as well. So that'll bring in some color. As you can see, it's not the same color as the final product, but it's a good underpaint, basically. Josie, hello! You choose to agree with Dawn always. That's so sweet. Oh, thank you, Josie. I love you. Hope, welcome. Oh, thank you so much, Shirley. I really appreciate you coming by. Okay, so I'm still blending in some of the color here. And once I'm done with these darker, more beige tones that I'm using, I'm gonna reblend them with the E50. So I just used the E41 and now I'm going back over it with E50 to get some of that tone back in and make sure there's no streaking. That's why you want to work with Copic marker all in one shot. Kind of, you know, just make it a one try wonder on this so that you can keep it wet. And then you won't have those weird marker lines and streaks and stuff. I'm so excited to see you too, love. So right now I'm using E42, blending it out with E41, and then I'll take the E50 again. I'm not going to leave any areas pure white by the time I'm done. Thank you, Josie. And blending out the edge. Just make sure that it's nice and smooth. Okay, just getting a little bit more here. I'm also checking it on screen because it'll, the screen for some reason is a lot more honest and I can see stuff that like my eyes trick me into not noticing. It's weird. Jeff, I probably will have a bit more time to catch up on commissions with the Calgary Expo being postponed. But I do have like the next 4 weeks are actually reserved by publishers. So I need to get that stuff done first. Excuse me. If I have more time once I'm done with those jobs, then yeah, I'll keep rolling with commissions. So I sent off an email this morning to the next person on my commission list to see if they're still interested. All right, while the Copic marker is still wet, I'm gonna add a little bit of this, which is the, it's a Aquarelle colored pencil. So what it does is it turns into watercolor when it's wet. And so it goes over Copic marker really nice and smooth. Before the Copic marker dries, or you can color first and add Copic marker on top, which I do a lot for blush and, you know, on the face. But here I'm just putting it in after the fact, and just to get a little bit more of a pink undertone. And then I'm going to switch to colored pencil. And so once I'm done with all the this more wet based products, then I'm going to switch over to the Caran d'Ache Luminance ones, and these ones are more waxy. So once these go down, no Copic marker is going to stick. So I need to make sure I'm done with all of the Copic first.
Are you ready?
Frankie, I am using Copic, so they're C-O-P-I-C. If you go to look these up, you'll see that they are a bit expensive. I didn't color that very smoothly. You'll see that they're a little bit expensive, but the thing that's really nice about Copic marker is that you can refill them. So once you have a set, then, you know, maintaining that set or adding to the set is not nearly as expensive. If the nibs like these, sorry, my markers are really dirty. If this marker nib starts to get a little funky, like mine has a beard right now, has like a little pharaoh's goatee, you can just replace them. So I always have replacement nibs. They cost like $1 if you're, just for the one. You can usually buy them in a pack, and then you can refill the markers as well. So it ends up, in my line of work, they pay for themselves. Devin, hello, welcome to the stream. I deserve that, Chicago. It's true. Iron Man, yes, I am self-taught, or like I prefer to say it, I'm pure taught, because I have a lot of amazing comic book artist friends in the industry. And when I was first getting started, from just being self-taught, I did ask for a lot of critique on my work by artists I deeply admire and have been a fan of my whole life. Well, since I found them. And they've like told me to think things to work on. Some of them have even given me little art classes and stuff. And so I'm self-taught, but I have gotten a lot of help from my peers in comics. Tizalicious, I love your Twitch handle and welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Anime Nerd, thank you as well. And Frankie, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry I missed everybody's. Des, hello, welcome. I'm glad you're happy. Like Eric, yes, like Eric, J. Scott Campbell, Joe Benitez. Those are the main ones that have really given me a lot of help. Hello, Dave. All right, so now I'm switching to the Caran d'Ache markers. I mean, not markers, colored pencils to get the subtle tones in her skin. I don't want only beige and skin tones. I'm putting in a little bit of purple and a very desaturated maroon. And those are helping with shade and more sharp shadows, stuff like that. Oh, thank you, Tizalicious. Kadiro, hello. I'm so glad you're having fun coloring it, and don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, Des, Stever is another one who had to wait a really freaking long time. Sorry, Stever. Thank you for your patience. Thank you, Stever. Art of Nixie, it's very friendly. I've found that, artists that really have no reason to give me the time of day have been so kind and helpful. Like, even starting actually doing our own comic book. When I was first starting in comics, we did our own comic book, JP Roth and I, and we did literally everything wrong. We were just kind of winging it, and we got a lot of help and a lot of people trying to, give us advice on what to do, where to get our books printed, how to print them, what type of paper to use, like everything. We knew nothing. So I have found the comic book community to be extremely helpful, kind, friendly, you know, inclusive is the right word. Oh, thank you so much, The Shadow Freak. Yes, Tom, this is the one where I'm not doing the metal wings. The Forest Lord is ruling. Yes, Philip. Way to help me not English properly, Taz. Hello, cousin Schlappy. Alucard Dark Knight, thank you so much for the follow and welcome. And the con hangers, yes, that is so true, Wayne. You are amazing. Me M does where it's good. Interesting, Mighty Geek Studios. Yeah, I didn't, I grew up overseas and I didn't even know about comic books until the late 90s. So I missed that time. Weep. That's awesome, Kadiro. Well, ask any questions you have. Or, you know, maybe you're studying and learning by observation. Either way works. You missed most of the 90s with work and miniature humans, yeah. Josie, you know who I learned how to draw hair from? Campbell and Ebas. And they really taught me a lot. That highlight was a little bit too bright. You were a toddler in the 90s. Actually, I'm gonna switch to purple a little bit over here. So her lingerie colors are white, purple, and gold. So I'm putting a little bit of purple into her skin. I made her eyes kind of blue with a hint of purple. She has purple eyeshadow, and I'm throwing a little bit of purple into her skin as well. For starters, it's just a nice cool tone to help in the shadow areas. But then also it's just gonna kind of tie the room together. Mr. Richard and Divine Immortality, thank you both so much for the follow. Purple's your favorite color? That's awesome. Kylie, hello, hello. Kylie, I did not. What I did is I added in 2 new tones that I'm trying out. I added in E50 and E51 as bass tones, and then went up to E41. Aw, thank you, Josie. Did I do an interview with Corey? Yes, I did. Corey's awesome. The Shadow Freak, thank you for the follow. Can I add my Little Mermaid drawing to the next batch of coloring pages? Tom, I have bad news for you. I did that at a convention. I don't have a scan of the line art. I'm sorry. Thank you, Fizelle. Thank you, Frankie. All right, now I'm gonna try the blender. So I'm gonna use this in any of the parts where I feel it needs it. Excuse me. Some of the spots, like down here, are not really all that much colored pencil. So I'm gonna refrain from using this because kind of once I put this down, and I don't know if this is actually true, it's just by observation because today is the first time I've used one of these. I feel that once I do the blend with this little colorless blender thingy, what happens is it's a little hard to color on top of it. So I kind of feel like I need to be done before I put this on. I could be wrong because I still have to like look online and figure out how to use this thing. But just from my personal observation, that seems to be the case. When it comes to beginner coloring, what type of utensils would you recommend? Probably colored pencils are about the easiest to control because, you know, they work like a pencil, and we all at least used pencil in school. Then you can get the concept of blending and shading and light and shadow. And then when you're feeling more adventurous, I'd say the next level up is Copic markers. And then after that, you start getting into the paints and the watercolors. Gabriel, hello and welcome to the stream. Oh, and I'm gonna have to break my own rule right here, but I have a feeling I need a little bit more. Let's see how this works. Okay, so you can go over it, but it really doesn't stick as well to the paper. You can do it in whatever order you want, Kylie. Sometimes I put it down first, sometimes I put it in between layers, because a lot of times I forget to put it first, and so either way is fine. And then just now, I had forgot to put it down first or at any point during my coloring, but the Copic was still wet on her stomach, so then I did a light glaze with that colored pencil. So you can use it many different ways, as long as there's going to be some dampness before or after you place it down, because that's the way that it's gonna look the smoothest. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with that grainy colored pencil look. Paul, hello. Sorry about that. You just got the Forsaken mystery envelope. Oh, yay! Oh my God, Justin. Damn it. Will I be 32? Ah, I wish. 32 plus 10, which is a real bummer. I really wish I was better at lying, and then I would just say, yes, I'm turning 32. I'm so sad. I would be thrilled if I was turning 32. I didn't like that highlight. It was a little too like, bing. All right, blending again. Aw, thank you, Rob. You guys are so sweet. You'd buy 32, except my son's almost 18, so that would be a little weird. These are the regular Caran d'Ache Luminance. This is a Caran d'Ache blender stick that I just got at the art store the last time I was there, which was probably a long time ago. Your friend has been 25 for the last 15 years. Aw, thank you, Fizz. Some people get themselves into trouble in early life. Okay, I can't math good, so I'm going to see how much that is. 32 minus 18. 14. You ask your grandmother every year how old she's turning, and she always tells you 21. Oh, that's awesome. And hello, Lady Sparrows. Okay. Shirley, I'm reading your question now. I see in your artwork that it's all markers and you must use a lot of it, so you probably don't use a big size paper. Well, not all of my work is markers, and sometimes I work in about 2 sizes of paper, more or less. 3. I work with blanks, which are the size of a comic book, but there's nothing on it. So I will show you a comic book because I keep ones that I work on. So this one is a comic book. Now, granted, this has a cover I did on it, right? But they do sell comic books that are just blank paper with only the title for you to draw on. And I'll do those with Copic marker as well. And then I use 8.5 by 11, or this is 11 by 17. But yes, you do end up using a considerable amount of ink. Lately I've been switching mostly towards doing a lot of the color work that I do traditionally is with watercolor, and that's a lot easier to cover more space. But the biggest paper I use is 11 by 17. Fizz L, thank you so much for the follow. The Frozen Amaranth, hello, welcome to the stream today. All right, time to start coloring with Copic marker again. So I'm doing a base tone with Copic marker and then doing shadows and enhancements with colored pencil. So here we go. You're welcome, Shirley. That's what I'm here for. I am here to answer questions and then just hang out. Colored one of the coloring pages yesterday. Whoop, whoop. That is so cool, the Frozen Amaranth. Thank you so much for following me here, and I'm so glad you did some coloring. I'm really happy to see that people are using them, because that was the one thing when I actually printed out coloring pages, most people told me they didn't want to color them. So I'm really glad to hear that people are starting to color them. And I'm rotating this to the side so that her head isn't cut off. You like the boots? Yay! Thank you, Kylie. Oh, yay! Thank you, Fizzel. Woohoo! All right. I don't know if you guys can clearly see these lines here. I drew just a very thin line for anywhere that I have planned for jewelry. The reason why I didn't ink them or do anything besides like the direction of them is because I'm going to do all of that with metallic gold paint at the end. So right now there's just kind of these two weird lines going off on the side here, and there's 4 on her stomach too. For now, you can just ignore them, but just so you know that I am aware that they're there. And they're just my guideline for the chain direction once I go to paint them, and I'll just freehand that. Eric Davis, Aftermac, hello! Oh, I am so busting out the metallics and the white acrylic paint, because what I plan to do with acrylic ink, sorry. What I plan to do with her boots is I'm going to repaint over all of these lines. That's kind of my plan right now, is I'm gonna make them a light lavender and then white embroidery. But I did a light inking with like a Copic Cool Gray inking pen. And then my hope is that I'm gonna go over it and paint it with white afterwards, so it'll look like embroidery. How long did it take me to draw this one? Oh, you know what? I don't calculate any of that, and especially right now with like the upheaval that is all of our lives. I kind of am doing this in bits and pieces. What I did one time is I timed how long it took me to do a cover, which is, you know, another 11 by 17 thing, and it took me 13 hours to pencil it. With this one, of course, I'm inking it and coloring it, so probably more than that, but I'm not entirely sure. DJ Mont, thank you. Between the feathers and embroidered boots. Yeah. Damn, that took a long time. And with the feathers, I really did not put very much detail in them. For starters, she's the star of the show. The feathers are the supporting actors. I don't want to put more detail on the feathers than is on her body, because then you're going to see the feathers, not her. So they're going to be a lot more softly colored, but as with that, I put even less inked lines because I just need a basic direction. I can do the rest of the drawing with the color. The more I'm becoming like a colorist and a painter, the less information I feel the need to include on the inks because I'm going to color it and that's where I'm going to finish it, you know? When it comes to an original, like when I'm working on a cover, I do need to have it completely finished out if it's going to be digitally colored. But if I'm going to be going from sketch to final and coloring it all on the original paper, I don't bother with as much information as I used to. I just kind of am like, well, I'll do that in the coloring. The two supporting actors are taped right now. Oh, that's so awesome. Well done. Did you see my my notice on Instagram or Facebook, Gabriel? Oh, thank you so much, Fizelle. That means a lot. It's, you know, it's all about practice. It really is. Okay. I'm going to work on her thighs now. So I'm going to be doing them one at a time just because it's easier. Copic marker, you do have to worry about hauling ass a little bit because it dries. And when it dries, then the person looks like they have a lot of scars because there's going to be so many streak marks. So I'm starting. Yay, I'm glad you liked it. So E50, Kylie. Then E51, and then E41 and E42 like usual. So I think that basically what I'm trying to do is that issue that you were talking with me about where the E41 and E42 mix don't look as skin toned and saturated as you were hoping, as compared to sort of how they were looking for me when I was doing an underpaint of watercolor. So I'm trying to kind of faux underpaint watercolor with E50 and E51. The catch is that, and for a lot of you guys, I'm sorry if this is a little bit too aggressively technical. I'm talking to all of you because I love you all, but this is a specific question from Kylie. So Kylie, yeah, it'll emulate the underpainted watercolor look. The catch, these ones are gonna really dull out these ones. So at the end, you're gonna wanna kind of put down the E41 and E42 to get that darkness in there and to bring in some of the like beige and browns. But then you're gonna wanna go back over it with either E50 or E51 just to saturate it again a little bit. So you'll see what I mean. This is exactly how I feel when you guys start talking Warcraft. I'm just like, what the hell are you saying? Okay, Kylie understands. Good. Dab pad, as always. All right. So I did refill this one. Hopefully it's going to last. So this is an extremely light marker, extremely light. So you can go over a lot of times. You understood? Well done, Wayne. Kara, that's so awesome. I'm very impressed. Everybody who understood that, you are badass. And I'm not, no, that's wrong. I don't want to make everybody who didn't get what I was saying feel bad. You're all badass. Cookies for everyone. Damn it, I really want cookies. We're trying to like keep our immunity up so we're not having any sugar, and I'm really sad about it. The dark side has cookies. I want them. I love your reasoning, Gabriel. That definitely works for me. So I'm still using the exact same marker, I'm just layering and layering and layering. That's so awesome, the frozen amaranth. What was your question, Kylie? I don't remember. It's true, Wayne, especially at all the dinners where we're just like hardcore geeking out. Yay, thank you, Gabriel. Because I tried something new on this one. I really wasn't sure how it was going to work. Okay, now I'm gonna blend this out with E50. If you just change the two base tones, that would be an easy way to cabbage her skin tone. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm not sure I get it, Kylie. I'm sorry. You just change the two base tones. Yes. Yeah, I mean, you need some darker shadows. Like the E50 and E51 are just not quite enough, even though I've really layered them on a ton. I still would add a bit more, which is what I'm gonna do here, but you don't have to. Rumpelstiltskin, thank you so much for the follow. Now I'm doing A442. Sorry, E42. E51, E50, just doing some blending. All right, now I'm going out into the thigh. Thank you, sailors. Aw, thanks so much, Rumpelstiltskin. Yay! Okay, right now I'm using E41. Just blending up. As you can see, it is starting to gray out her skin a little bit. Because the E50 and E51 are a lot more saturated than the 41. But at the end, when I add in all the different colors and I keep layering it, it will start to look a little bit better. Okay, E42. Yeah, I'm doing the underpaint right now, Chicago. I will be bringing in the rest of the skin tones soon. So this is the underpaint, and it isn't quite as pink in tone, which, yes, does give it a little bit more of an ashy, dirty look. But I'm getting there. Pazio Arts, hello, and thank you so much for the follow. Okay, I'm gonna do one final pass over it, and I'm gonna go this way because there's too many lines going into the shine that I need to blend them out a little bit. It was starting to look a little streaky. And streaky is not something you want with Copic marker. You are more than welcome to make observation because you're right. The color tone is not as lifelike on her thigh as it is with everything else. Okay, so now the paper is still damp because the Copic marker hasn't fully dried yet. This colored pencil is an Aquarelle. You can get it in whatever brand you want, but it'll always have that brush on it. And that means it's actually watercolor. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be coloring over it just to start bringing in a little bit of a peach pink tone. This is called Salmon Rose. And I'm just very lightly getting some color onto her skin. And it's going over really smooth with no pencil streaking because the paper is still damp. So it's a little bit warped and buckling at the moment. But it's just bringing in a little bit more peach tone into the Copic marker without it looking like it's colored pencil streaks because it's basically melting into the paper or melting into the still wet Copic marker, if that makes sense. You reread the trade 1 through 5? Oh, Devin, that's awesome. Oh, awesome, Kylie. You got censored for Divinica covers, Chicago? For the Lady Death print? That's crazy. Anybody can see the page. Scott, hello. Welcome to the stream today. All right, now I'm switching to the actual colored pencil. We're gonna go ahead and get this thigh finished up. I want purple in the shadows, so I am using Caran d'Ache Luminous, and it's the 6901 series. I really like these colored pencils, but any sort of wax-based colored pencil will work great for this. Much needed escape today. Aw, I hope you're doing all right. Oh, yeah. Dan just found that last night, and I kind of want to bang my head against a wall, Devin. I haven't told JP yet. She's going to be so upset. You know, you read it over so many times, and I think what happens sometimes, because like I checked it over, she checked it over, and you get a little bit of like blindness to stuff like that, you know? Like you're kind of reading ahead or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm aware, and it's most unfortunate. I honestly don't even have the heart to tell JP. Gregory Palmer, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Sailors Are You, thank you so much for the follow as well. Welcome to the stream. Mo's been working her butt off. How's she feeling? Is she holding up all right? Snow, hello. The brain fills in the right word. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Devin. Lee, hello. That's my artwork in the slideshow. Thank you, Lee. She's done 40 hours and counting at the hospital since Saturday. And are you guys getting really inundated right now? Like, are there a lot of COVID cases where you are, Scott? Oh, thank you so much, sailors. So what should you get you for my birthday? More funny hats? No, I don't need anything for my birthday, Philip. You're so sweet, but I am good. Okay. So, I'm gonna put a little bit of this like desaturated maroon, but not a ton. I just kind of want a little bit more shadow. So I've mostly been using the purple as the shadow tone. Oh, Gregory, for the slideshow, it's a mixture of a lot. It's like I don't know which one you're seeing right now, but it's a mixture of digital colors, traditional colors, Copic marker, colored pencil. It really depends on the piece. I'm sorry. Oh, really, Paul? That's funny. Yeah, I do want all the candy. No shelter in home orders yet. Oh, wow. Because we're all in, like, lockdown. We're hunkering and bunkering. Are the schools still open? Sabine does traditional, digital, same. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to doing the other thigh, and I'm going to do the Copic marker. Excuse me, I'm going to do the Copic marker first. Then the colored pencil, make sure they both really match, and then I'll do the final blend. State of Virginia shut down all schools for the rest of the year. Yeah. I do not have the COVID cough. I just had to clear my throat. Guys. Your brother had COVID and he's over it now. Oh, wow. Well, that's good news. Did he really, really get sick, or was he kind of more of a mild case? No dining in at restaurants or bars. Okay. Oh, for sure. Do you think by the end of this, we're all going to be germaphobes? Oh, sorry, Kara. Hunai, thank you so much for the follow. You Redley Coast got it, but he said he was feeling fine. Brother, hello, welcome to the stream. That's true, Sailor. Oh, wow, After Mac. I'm so sorry. Wow, Chicago. Okay, so you've had it for 3 weeks now. Well, I mean, it's awesome that you're not like having trouble breathing or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, they said don't come unless you're having trouble breathing or you can't carry on a sentence or something. The common cold is still out there waiting to evade. Yes, I'm so excited. I am so excited to be at Swornfest. And I'm so glad that they announced it because I keep getting asked and I can't like even acknowledge the question because there's no right answer. So I've had to just kind of be ignoring the questions, which then makes me feel like a little bit of a bitch, but there's literally no way to say, oh, sorry, I can't tell you, or no, I'm not going, or yes, I am going, because, you know, that's not for me to say. So I've just been like pretending that I'm not seeing any of the questions. I am so excited. You found out this morning that your stepbrother has COVID. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry, After Mac. Oh, Scott, bring it. I'm down for that. No, because of Serene, perhaps. Oh, my God. There's no way to win. There's literally no way to win. Especially when you're trying to behave yourself and not, you know, spill beans you're not supposed to spill. Yeah. And like I said, I spill my own beans, not anybody else's. I'm a good girl. I am everywhere at all times. Oh, that's excellent. Excellent. I'm so happy. That is wonderful news, Scott. Is it actually closing, Paul? I'm out of that loop. I didn't know that. Yes! Diamond is. Okay, but like completely or just for the next little while? $45. Wow. That is a huge deal. I mean, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. That's like a massive warehouse full of people, so they've got to. Wow, okay, so we like just made it in under the wire with Divinica. Phew. Following for gift subs. Thank you so much for the follow. Comic shops are already hurting, yeah. Thank you, Kylie. Abracadabra, thank you so much for the follow. It's so fleshy. I feel like I need to get this a little bit more smooth, and it's not quite staying where I wanted it to go, so I'm switching to going vertically for a little while. Thank you, Abracadabra. Wow, Kylie, are you guys, so they closed schools in Australia then? Hello, Mark. Welcome to the stream today. All right, it's still a little bit damp. I'm gonna use my salmon colored watercolor pencil real quick. Just get a little bit more of a peach tone into her skin. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Kylie. Did Annika want to come out? And that's interesting that they make it optional right now. I'm sure like any day now it's not going to be optional. No, Shirley. Well, my youngest one, he's 9. He's talking about getting more involved in art, and he's working on his own comic book right now. But my older 2, I have 2 in high school, they are not interested in art at all. Why? What happened today, Scott? Oh wow, a 2,000 point gain today? Damn! Duhas, thank you so much for the follow. No, thank you, Mark. Yay! Jokerado, hello, thank you. Oh, it's Joker Nando. Thank you, Justin. This whole time I've been saying Joker NATO. Aw, I'm so sorry. Please correct me if I'm doing something like that. I'm so sorry. I should really learn to read as well. Brandy, hello. Thank you so much, love. One. Oh, that's so sweet, Kylie. Yeah, I may need to patch it. If it becomes a cover, I'm gonna need to do a patch for it. So yes, that'll be coming. Aw, yay, thank you, Sarah. I'm just trying to lighten a little bit more on the top of her thigh right here, just so that it has the proper width at the top. If I make that shine a little bit too thin, it might make her thigh look really tall and thin, which is not what I'm going for. Oh, that's funny, Juan. Yes, for sure, Devin. There we go. I think her skin is done. So I'm gonna do the blending now. Yeah, thank you, Devin. I realize I missed that. You know, I'm not entirely sure how this blending pen works. I think it's kind of the same stuff that's inside the color, like the same component that I guess has dye in it for the actual markers, and this one just has, or the actual pencils, and this one just has no dye. So it kind of smushes and smooths out the color. And just sort of blends it. I'm not entirely sure. This is the first time I've used this, so I need to actually look it up. I am using a paper that I really like for all of my comic book work. So you guys, I'll show you. This is the back. It's on my actual artboard that I get printed. And it's on Cougar Digital Smooth. It's a personal paper that I find just to be the best. It's not custom to me. Actually, you can get it at most print places. It's just the paper that it's so smooth. So I think it's better than any of the Bristols you can find, and cheaper. Or maybe it's cheaper, I'm not sure. Dizzy Whiz, thank you so much for the follow. It's a transparent pencil, and so like there is a thing that you can do that's called burnishing, where you just go over the color you just put down with a lighter color, and it'll kind of blend it and smooth it out. Think of it like that. It's just no colors in it. Yeah, see, Kylie's Englishing for me. All right, let's get this hand in there real quick. I have some pencil lines in there. I'm gonna put the pinky, I'm gonna just put it in like a dark shadowed silhouette area. Yes, thank you so much, Kylie. I appreciate it. Oh, yay, Des. I'm so glad you're happy with it. Woo! That is always wonderful news. Okay, now I'm using E42. Her hand is going to be mostly in shadow, so I'm not going to have all that much in the way of highlights. And I'm even going to go darker. So this is E70. Okay. Has Tom seen any of this? No, he has not. Trader Legions, hello, and thank you so much for the follow. And also Cry Inesca, thank you as well. All right, so now this is still a little bit wet. So I'm getting in some colored pencil. Now your hands generally just have more nerve endings, more blood vessels, more whatever. And they always have a bit more of a red tone to them. So at least for, you know, someone with her skin color, they will be a little bit more red. So that's why I'm adding a bit more pink there. Okay, so color time. The more Kylie explains, the dumber you realize you are. Yeah, and I realize I really can't talk. Okay, and let's get some shadows going on. Now I'm switching to, it's kind of a dark desaturated maroon, and I've used it like under her neck and in places where more shadow is needed. So I'm going to use it here because her hand is really almost completely under and behind her hip. So it would be under a good bit of shadow. probably going to offer it to him as a cover. I did mention it to Tom like a year ago that I had her on my commission roster, and he told me that the Joan is kind of discontinued right now, or at least she was when I talked with him before. But I'll still offer it to him. If not, then we can see about maybe just making her an angel. If Des would like that, we're going to talk about it. So Des and I need to do some discussing. Heads up, Des. Is the stream live? Yes, it is. Too busy to play. Oh, yeah, Tom, what Des is asking is if Tom Hutchinson has seen this one yet. See anything ended? Okay, so next up is going to be her hair, I think, because that will be fun. Or Des, you can choose. I'm gonna run for 1 second. You can stop, you can think about it and decide what you want to see done next, like either her hair or her lingerie or whatever you would like. BRB. Has Des decided? Not yet? Okay. Well, I guess I will decide then. Quick check. Okay. Hair. All right. Here it is. Oh, Kylie's happy. Yay. Sorry there's a bad connection, Paul. That sucks. All right. So, for hair. She is blonde. So that is something that we need to plan for and go with some very light tones. And I like to do a little bit more of an ashy blonde. That's my preference as opposed to going very like yellow. And I think that that'll really look nice with Joan's, especially because there's already golds and purples and there's a lot of color in this piece. I think a really nice ashy toned blonde will look good. I am Daedalus. I hope I read that correctly. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay. So I'm gonna go with some light tones for her hair. So let's do this. I apologize that you guys are seeing some of my overhead light there. I'm going to go with the YR30s and also be using some of the same tones that I used for skin tone, but it won't look the same because there's not all of the same colors that I'm using. So there's YR30. I may mix a little bit of Y23, which is a darker pale yellow, because we do need to have some yellow in there as well, since her hair is blonde. But I'm going to go more into the like ash blonde as opposed to the strawberry blonde is really how I should have worded that. Thunder Sky, hello! Okay, so 41, E42, YR30, and Y23. So I'm going to start with YR30. It's a very light pale yellow. You can barely even see it on the first couple applications, but then it starts to really bring in a nice light ashy blonde color. Scott McNiven, thank you so much for the follow. Yes, it's called macadamia nut. Well done, Kylie. So as you guys, if you remember, the light source is coming from the right. I'm kind of just going to make it a soft glow. There's not going to be any kind of really strong light source that's going to be casting harsh shadows or anything like that. This is a soft angelic pinup. So as such, there's not going to be any kind of really intense light source or anything like that, because then with intense light sources come intense shadows, which are not always the nicest thing to have on a piece like this time. Oh, thank you so much, Scott. I really appreciate it. Pablo Fernandez, hello! Welcome to the stream today and thank you. Zenoscope is giving one of your covers the canvas treatment. Ooh! Van Helsing versus... Is that the one where she's holding the crossbow thingy? Melvin! Hello! It is? Thank you. I don't always know, like, see, this is the thing. It's not that I'm not trying to pay attention to what work I've done. I know it can seem that way. It's that when I'm assigned a cover, I don't always know what it's for. Like, I'm given the character, I'm given the topic, but as far as like which issue it's going to be used on, I don't know that. So then it's not like they're not connected to me, you know? And then when I'm brought the book to sign, a lot of times, you know, that's up in a small corner. I sign it quickly, talk with the person, but don't always connect exactly what number the book is on, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to like be a shitty person and not know what book it's on. And so that's why I don't always know which number it is, and I'm sorry. Cat's Art, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah. All right, I need to do a refill. Do they send you merch with your art or just the comics? You know what? I'm a failure when it comes to Zenescope. So my answer to this is 110% my fault, not theirs. I don't get comps, and that's because I need to write in and request my comps, and I'm a fail and forget to do that. Half the time I forget to send in my invoice. As long as I meet the deadline, that's kind of like, you know. It's here. Okay, thank you, Chicago. I will open that up in a new tab. But with Coffin Comics, for instance, I don't, or like DC Comics as well, I don't need to request my comps. They just show up. It's like Christmas time. And we like Christmas time. Yes, we do. Another job for Dan. Oh my God, poor Dan. He has so many jobs. Too many. He'll request comps for me. Just be like, yeah, send them over here. They'll be safe. That's awesome. Oh, I'm excited about her hair. All right, I really overfilled this one, so I'm gonna have this at the ready. You got your Hell Witch foil cover today. Yay, Juan, thank you. Yes, I do think so, After Mac. That's usually how it is. Sometimes you just get a character, sometimes you get character and topic, other times it's more character and emotion or mood that the publisher would like for said cover. So sometimes it's like, I want, I'll get something that says, okay, we want X character for this holiday. So, I'm doing a Christmas cover, for instance. Well, then as far as what I'm drawing on the Christmas theme, that's up to me. And I have all kinds of fun with that. Then for other ones, it'll be very specific. And this can range, all of these projects could be from the same publisher, where it's like, okay, we want you to draw this character doing this with this background, with this element, and it's all extremely placed, and I pretty much just need to draw it. Other times it's just, all I'm told is character and do what you want, so it depends on the project, and I've gotten that entire range from almost every publisher I work for. Sometimes it's specific, sometimes it's not. All right, so it's gonna look really light for the first little bit, but I'm gonna start getting more tones in her hair soon. Sometimes when I want a lot of color on a certain area, like I really want to fill it, I'll switch to the chisel tip because it does dispense more ink than the brush tip. So I'm going to try this just honestly to save some time and get more color down. it is gonna sound a bit more squeaky than we're used to, which I apologize for. But this is like such a light yellow, it's almost a clear marker. Elias is such a master with Copics. It's really good. Adam Hughes uses the chisel tip too. I am such a like brush tip person. Okay, now I'm gonna try E41. It might not be dark enough for what I'm trying to do. Let's see, this might be too saturated. Okay, so now I'm blending out that yellow. So I'm just trying to get a small amount more saturation, but I don't want too much. And I've not really found the perfect light yellow, because the next one up from this, the very light yellow that I've been using is even darker than this one that I'm putting in the saturation with. So it's hard to find a really nice, super light yellow. They all just go like strong canary really quick, which I'm not a huge fan of personally. Okay, a little bit more. So I'm literally just putting a few little, just pretend like random hair strands into her hair with some more saturated yellow. But I'm gonna blend it out so that it's just adding like a slight tone to her hair. Really don't want more than that. Just to give it a little bit more of a gold look to it. And then I'm going to start going more into the ashy beige colors. Honestly, it's nothing against like the more yellowy blonde color. It's just, I mean, there's so many videos on YouTube on how to like get rid of the the bronzy color in blonde hair and how to have that nice ash blonde. So I guess it's in right now. Okay, so now I'm going to use E42. Actually, you know what? I quite like E53. E53. It's called Raw Silk. Let's see how this one looks. You missed it? It's E53. Might be a little bit too reddish for this. Can't really tell. No, it seems to be working well. All right, now I'm doing E42. And let's do, I'm going to decide between E31 and E43. So I'm going to try both kind of in the back. Summer Mouse, thank you so much for the follow. All right, E31 is working well. It's true. It's a little bit scary, Chicago. Bad art, no refunds. Thank you so much for the follow. I love Copic markers, Summer Mouse. To me, they're perfect. I've been working with them for a fair few years. The catch with them is they are quite expensive. So they're an expensive initial investment. So I actually started out with just all gray Copic markers and have slowly added color in over the years. But the thing is once you have the marker, you can refill it, you can replace the nibs. As long as you don't lose the marker, everything about it is replaceable, which makes it so wonderful to use, as an ongoing tool. It's not going to really run out. I would say they are worth the investment. They have been worth every penny for me, yes. I know. I am so upsettingly not paid for the amount of evangelizing that I do. I guess at the end of the day, they don't need it. Their stuff speaks for itself. Yeah, bad art. You can replace all the nibs, so all the ends of the markers, you can replace them, and you can just buy a pack of like 3 or 4 replacements for a couple bucks, and then they sell their refills, so you can refill the marker as soon as it runs out. And I work in comic books. I do a lot of commissions, and I even do some of my interior and cover art with Copic markers for comic books, and it'll take me years to use up one of these refills. The refills on average cost around $6, which is about the same price, depending on where you buy it, of one marker. You can use, it takes I'd say probably for an average user about 3 to 5 years to use one refill. So you're refilling your marker for 3 to 5 years on $6. So it ends up being a lot cheaper in the long run to get Copic markers. And it won't dry up. No, these things, they're closed quite securely. So I've never had one of these dry out on me. I mean, you'll run into the issue of if you leave the lid off of the marker, it'll dry out. But then, worst case scenario, you've dried out your nib. You take off the nib and you throw it away and put in a new one. You did the math, Kylie. Oh, that's awesome. What is this? What's the longest? What's happening? For the length and color comparisons. I think the last time I measured my hair from one strand or something from the top to the bottom, my hair's 36 inches long. That was a couple months ago, so I don't know. I was trying to do a review on a hair product, so to say the length of my hair, I measured it. So it just needs some really dark shadows now just to give the right amount of depth in her hair. So I'm using E43 for that. What is it? Polis? Is that what angels look like in heaven? That's what your personal saint looks like. Aw, Gabriel. So I'm just trying to give some depth, and the way to do that really is to just have, you know, the proper amount of highlight and shadow. Hello, and thank you. Which one was I using? E31. I think next time, Kylie, if you're keeping track of the numbers, I would not use E53. I would go to E31 for all the like mid-tone shadows. It's a little bit more gold and a little less pink toned. Yay! Thank you so much, Tom. You are a sweetheart. Okay, one final little blend on some of these areas. There we go. Oh, and are you getting it on Thursday, Kylie? Oh, yay! All right, so I'm just putting away the markers that I was using. All right, so those are away. I'm happy with her hair, and I think I'm gonna leave it like that, at least for now. So now it's time, I think, to start doing some of the like actual lingerie and design. Polis, thank you so much for the follow. Oh wow, that is so sweet of them, Kylie. Aw. You do traditional and digital too? That's awesome, Anzer. Okay, now it's the moment of truth. It's time to decide on the purple. Yes, Anzer. Some of them are variants, some of them are the main cover. I also do interiors as well. I'm just trying to decide on the colors here. So, Haley, you like purple? That's good. That's what Des would like. Yes, I'm definitely thinking soft purples. I really want to make sure that it's kind of soft and pastel. I don't really want to go garish like at all. Oh, thank you so much, Anzer. That's so nice of you. If you check out my website, you can actually see a bunch of different covers that I worked on because I have them as prints. I don't get it, Lee. I'm so sorry. So I'm leaning towards VO1. VO1 is kind of like a lavendery purple. Well, it's not really lavender. This is VO1. So it is starting to inch up into more of the pinks as opposed to a really cold purple. Wait. No, I've changed my mind. I have changed my mind. I'm thinking BV11. Powers, hello, and thank you so much for the follow. So, let's see. BV11. The thing is if I do BV11 and I start with this, I can always go darker. So her wings are going to be bluish. Yeah, I think I'm going to start with this and just see how I feel. Because it needs to be dark enough that the white is going to show up. Little Dogue Dog, thank you so much for the follow. I'm super happy with this color. Yay, I'm so happy with this color. It's like almost exactly what I wanted. And so I need to find a darker V25, I think is a good darker for that. V25, okay. So they're kind of, it's a cool purple, not a warm purple. So it's inching more towards a blue and less towards a pink. you're from Ontario, Anzer. That's cool. BRV BBT, thank you so much for the follow. You sit around listening to artists all day. You're stocking up on art books. That's so awesome, Edge of Tomorrow. Thank you. All right, so the two colors I'm using are BV11 with V25. Aji Manashak, thank you so much. It took some work to get it to look nice, but I'm glad you like it. It's Aji. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Oh, Wayne, you're still here. I wasn't sure if you were. Aji Ranashak, thank you so much for the follow. You're lurking. No problem. The Merc, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream today. No, thank you, the Merc. You were chased by a moose, Kara? When and how? Oh, Brandy, you're still here. That is so awesome. And thank you so much for your email, love. I will be working on getting it packed up and mailed out to you tomorrow. Oh, that's cool, Wade. Oh, thank you, Anzer. A moose, a beaver, and maple syrup get you diplomatic immunity. Ah! Yes, I'm going to try to get yours mailed out too, Jason. I need to send you a note about that, though. I will write you. You owe me an email? I don't think so. Okay. Now I need to do some thinking. So I'm gonna need to wait on the boots. Because I need to decide about her thigh highs. Unless I do her thigh highs. This is what I'm thinking. Hear me out, you guys. I'm thinking to do her thigh highs this same purple, and then they'll be just plain like the panties are. And then I'm going to make the boots this same purple as well, but they're going to have white embroidery over them, which will be the same as her top. So everything will match. It will still look like a set. T-Quick, hello! And Ray DJ, thank you so much for the follow. If I just completely ruined your name, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to do that. I'm trying. Technically, her stockings are not sheer, no. But I was also thinking about making them white. I was thinking about making her stockings white and kind of diamond sparkly, in which case they would be sheer. So white and sparkly, is that what the yes is for, Kylie? Earthen, thank you so much for the follow. You're thinking about food? Me too, Edge of Tomorrow. It's almost dinner time for me. Oh, thank you, the Merc. Yay. White and sparkly. How does one color white sheer stockings? I have no idea. We're gonna figure that out now. Bioroid, thank you so much for the follow. You just had some of your chocolate chip coffee cake with... Oh, man. That sounds so yummy, Wayne. White sheer stockings work for you. Okay. White sheer stockings it is. Time to make tacos. Are you heading out now? See you later, Hanu. All right. So, let's get the... Bye, Hanusol. 100% Kylie. That is what's going through my head right now. What the hell did I just get myself into? I think all I need to do is just really lighten up her skin, but it should have a little bit of a... It needs to have a little bit of sparkle to it for starters. But then it also needs to have a tone to it that's not just lighter skin tone. Because then it's just going to look like she's wearing some odd tights, or she's got something wrong with her skin. Like she was wearing these thigh highs and went sun tanning and then took them off. So I think I might have to do some skin tone and some light purple mixed into it. Yes, I do need to think. I need to think. And you know what? I'm going to think while working. So I'm going to work on the boot just while I think. So I've done sheer white stockings before where literally I've just, I've done it digital though. So you just make white tights and take down the opacity, but that's not going to work here. I should do a test patch, yes. I do generally risk it, but I don't know. Oh, that's true. Digital is so much easier for stuff like this. That is true. All right. That's going to give me time to think about it. So that I can get that right, because I really don't want to screw that up. So instead of doing this part today, I think before I'm done, I can get some of the embroidery so I can show you guys sort of what I have planned. Yes, then I have ponder time. Good night, Mitch. Thank you so much for hanging out. Talk it over with Sherlock. Takishe, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, the Merc. I can go to my thoughtful spot to think, yes. I am very happy with this purple though. It's just perfect, I think. Because, you know, I don't want it to be like overly saturated to where it's, you know, it kind of, if I'm going to make it too like super bright, what's going to happen is it's going to pull away from her. And I really want her to, of course, have, you know, it's all about really the character, not the bright psychedelic colors that I'm putting on her, right? So, I think that this is just the perfect amount of saturation on the color. I really hope. Okay, see you later, Scott. Take care. And I hope your cat is doing better. You want a pair of the boots now, Jason? You'd probably stand in them for like a few minutes and then just be like, oh my God, I'm so glad I don't have to wear these all the time. "45 seconds tops." Yeah, I think so. So I know it looks like the boots are just losing all the detail I spent so long inking, but I'm gonna be putting the detail back in with acrylic paint to kind of give the look of, I'm trying to make it look like white embroidery. So I'm gonna get that done in just a second. I think I'll have time to at least get one of the shoes done. But I need it dark enough for the white to stand out. So that's why I'm getting in all the dark now. Thank you, Nikova. Okay, so let's get some acrylic ink. Wow, lucky you, Paul. That's quite a signature look. All right, so this is just Koh-i-Noor Rapidograph white ink. Oh no, it's not Koh-i-Noor, it's just Rapidograph. Waterproof white ink. And I'm going to use my inking brush. So this is still a test. I don't really know if the white is going to show up enough on the the purple, so I may have to add more purple. So for now, we're just going to test this out and see. Might not be dark enough yet. Well, this white certainly isn't white enough. What is happening? Oh. All right, I don't think that ink is quite brilliant enough, but I think this stuff might be. So this is acrylic ink, and I think it's a little bit more saturated than the other stuff. So we're gonna try this one. Take two. Are you guys able to see the white, or is it just too dull right now? It's showing up enough, at least to my eyes, it's showing up enough, so I don't really want to make the boots darker just because I'm trying to keep this kind of light and angelic. Or does Kylie need to leave? See you later, Kylie. Love you, hon. You can see it, but only if you really try. Aw, I'm sorry. Here, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more for you guys. I don't know if that's gonna make it go out of focus, so I'm waiting to see if it goes out of focus. Oh, thank you, Wayne. So I'll probably have to go over it a couple times just for the white to be fully opaque. Thank you, Aftermac. Okay, so just getting a little bit more saturation. Like I said, I'm probably gonna have to go over some of the detail a couple times so that it really pops properly. But it's coming together all right. Oh, it did. Okay, awesome. Yay. So next up, what I'm gonna do, it's almost dinner time for me, like just a couple minutes, and I'm starving, so I'm definitely gonna go for dinner. But what I wanna do is just show you guys a little bit of what I have planned along the rim here at the edge of her, little under bust, whatever that is. Oh, that's so sweet, Chicago. Thank you. So I want to have all the little fringe bits be this white. I'm kind of stippling it a little bit, like just doing little dots, just to give it a little bit more of a diamondy embroidery sort of look. Thank you, Travis. Thank you so much, Gabriel. I mean, I guess it's, you know, from trial and error and, you know, many years of failing at it, but at least kind of having a basic idea of, you know, I haven't done this exactly, but I've tried something like it before, and you kind of apply the knowledge, I suppose. You wing something arty and you're looking at the final piece like, meh. Yeah, but you know, so am I. You're just very kind and, you know, think better of me than I think of myself. Oh, thank you, Nikova. It is very fun to design lingerie, I'm telling you. Aw, it just takes practice, Ray. So I have to keep adding to it a little bit. There's something about trying to do paint or ink over already inked areas. So I tried to ink it with a light pen because I knew I wanted to paint over it, but even so, it still kind of like almost picks up the ink from underneath it and it taints the white of the new ink. So I have to go over it a couple times, but this is sort of my plan, is to like make the lingerie like a light purplish lavender, but then have like white over it. So that's been my plan from the beginning with all the embroidery, because I think it gives it more dimension or depth or something. Oh, you'll be the tape guy? Oh, that's excellent, Gabriel. Okay, you're hired. See you later, Jeff. I need to go for dinner as well. I'm just gonna do one tiny little bit more. So I'll be back to work on this on Thursday because tomorrow I'm not going to work on this. I'm going to switch to another commission, get that one ready, and save this for our Thursday afternoon live stream. And then Saturday afternoon is Twitch party. Whoop, whoop. So you guys won't miss it. If you can make it for the Thursday afternoon live stream, I will be here working on this one. Shrador, thank you so much for the follow. Good night, Rob. I hope you have a great evening and that you start feeling better. Aw, you're so sweet. Yes, Twitch party on Saturday. Keeman rated with a party of 1. Hello, Keeman and crew. Hello, Keeman! More Waffle Man raffles. There will definitely be raffles. I don't want to give Dan Waffle Man work without his prior approval, but I'm sure there will be some Dan appearances for sure. Yes, Saturday is going to be a Twitch party. Keeman, I'm so sorry. I'm just about ready to go, but I am so grateful for your raid. You are a sweetheart. Thank you so much. Aiko-chan, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Yeah, shelter in place. That's right. Hello, Aiko-chan. I'm just wrapping up for today. But I will be back on Thursday afternoon for, well, it's the afternoon for me, for another live stream to wrap this one up. So tomorrow I'm going to move on to the next one and save this to finish up with you guys. Thank you, True Deadman. Shirley, I'll see you on Thursday. Golly Gun, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate everyone's follows. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's been fun working on this one, and we will finish it up on Thursday. Big hugs and love to all of you. Stay safe. Stay indoors or whatever it is you're supposed to be doing. Take care, everyone. I'll see you on Thursday. Love you guys.